I'm Logan Chaucer. We got Taylor Jones on drums. We're the Blue Footed Boobies. Well, I've been around the world a time or two, but I ain't never seen another woman like you, hey. Well, I made love to a girl or 20, but ain't none of them quite as fine as you, honey, oh. I need your love every night and day. Won't you please send some of your love my way? 'Cause I'm high off your love, baby. Oh, I'm hooked on you. Well, tell me, baby, what's your name? The way you move your hips is driving me insane. Well, I need your love every night and day. Won't you please send some of your love my way? 'Cause I'm high off your love, baby. Oh, I'm hooked on you. Thank you.
Hi UNCW, I'm Mikaela Fleming and welcome to Port City Spotlight. You guys just heard music by the Blue Footed Boobies. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having us, definitely.
Yeah, well, I'd love to introduce yourselves to everybody and kind of tell me how you guys got started.
I'm Logan Chaucer.
I'm Taylor Jones. I play drums.
I play the guitar and I sing. And then, yeah.
How did Blue Footed Boobies begin? How did the band start?
Well, me and Tay actually go way back. Our dads were like best friends growing up, and then he came to school at UNCW, and I hit him up to jam one day, and then we just like went with it, I guess, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, so.
How did you guys pick the name? Because that's a very like iconic thing. I mean, you have it on your drums, the logo is also very interesting. How did that come about?
We were just like, trying to come up with like, you know, funny, catchy stuff, and then one day we were just driving in the car, and I was just like, what about Blue Footed Boobies?
Yeah.
And that was it.
We went through a lot, and when we landed, I was just like, all right, that sounds good.
Yeah, we had some crazy names, and we were just like, that's a good, you know.
Do you remember any of the rejects that you guys almost had?
Yeah.
A lot of them were probably too inappropriate.
Yeah, some of them might be
inappropriate, right.
One of them was like, I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. Amphetamine, I believe, was one of them.
Very interesting, very interesting.
And then,
I don't know, that was so long ago.
We kind of just like,
ago.
What year did you guys start the band?
Actually, we haven't even been, performing really for a whole year now. We really started like, we've been together for, probably a little bit over a year, but we never really started like getting serious and like booking gigs and getting in studios and stuff until about like a year ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then just, rolled with it, so.
You guys have an upcoming album coming out.
Yeah,
Is there a estimated time when that's going to be out there for people?
Any day now.
Any day now, yeah, no, we've been, I don't know, we originally were gonna put it out like early December and then wasn't done, we had to push it back, and then, now we haven't like set a date for it because we don't wanna like, have to push it back again, but
Right.
it'll be out definitely before Valentine's
Very
Day, I
soon.
would
Okay.
say. Definitely before
So it'd be a
Valentine's
good
Day.
gift to give your partner.
Exactly.
Buy that for Valentine's
Yeah,
Day,
for
guys. There you
sure.
go. How would you describe your music?
I would just say it's just like,
Very pretty, clean cut. You know.
it's like, we play the blues really. I mean, we got kind of like, we're influenced by a lot of like 60s like psychedelic rock bands, like, Cream, Eric Clapton, obviously like Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, the Stones, all those guys, but like we do a lot of like blues stuff too, so like sort of like Freddie King, B.B. King, Albert King sort of style, So we're really like, I would say like kind of like harder, sort of like psychedelic blues, I guess you could say, really.
Nice.
So, yeah.
My final question for you guys is, what do you think about the music scene in Wilmington?
Honestly, like it's definitely on the up and up. It's definitely getting better, especially like, I'm from Wilmington. I've grown up here, so like, it's definitely better now than it has been in a while. We've got, more venues and a lot of like really good, talent, coming out of Wilmington. So it's good to see. It's great to see like people, especially because Wilmington's such like a, people love like local talent here. Like everyone wants to see like local businesses and local, bands or artists succeed. So I feel like we got a really good like support system, I guess you could say. Like people really want to see like local bands, and, so.
Yeah, we've had good turnouts.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely. So yeah, we're really grateful to have, a good following and just people that dig our music. So it's good.
Yeah.
But
Well, definitely let everyone know what's coming up next and how we can find you online, where we should follow you.
well, our first record, Blue Footed Boobies 1, is will be out on iTunes within the month. So definitely check that out. And then you can follow us on Instagram, SoundCloud, the Tweeter, Facebook.
Working on a website right now.
Yeah, so,
That'll be done soon.
but yeah, check us out, especially, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for like upcoming gigs, because that's where we'll post all our schedules and stuff,
Right.
and then our album will be on iTunes, so be on the lookout.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank
It was
you.
a real treat.
Thank you for having us, definitely.
Excitement is high for the upcoming Oscars in February. But in January, Wilmington will host their very own version. This Saturday, Star News is hosting the 5th Annual Wilmington Theater Awards in Thalian Hall at 7:30 p.m. For $18, you get to celebrate local performers and shows. Make your way to Thalian this Saturday to honor Wilmington's stellar actors and actresses. This Friday, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, poet, and feminist icon Ani DeFranco will be spending an evening at the Brooklyn Arts Center in downtown Wilmington. A mixture of folk, punk, jazz, and funk, Ani has a uniquely raw sound like no other artist before her, and is sure to put on an unforgettable show. Doors will open at 7, and tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. On January 21st, UNCW presented a screening of Wilmington on Fire. Wilmington on Fire is a feature-length documentary that gives a historical and present-day look at the Wilmington Massacre of 1898. This is considered one of the only successful examples of a violent overthrow of an existing government, or a coup d'etat. This film examines this bloody attack that was omitted from various history books. This film will feature interviews from historians, authors, activists, and descendants of the victims of the Wilmington Massacre of 1898. Keenan Auditorium showed this film and held a panel discussion with commentary on social justice. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Port City Spotlight. Until next week, I'm Mikaela Fleming. This has been Port City Spotlight, spotting the life in your city.